This program is brought to you by the Genesis Communications Network, a world leader in talk radio since 1998. Visit GCNlive.com today.
Broadcasting and streaming live all across America. This is Home Talk USA with Michael King, where we will discuss topics pertaining to your home with industry-leading experts. Michael King is a licensed general contractor with more than 30 years of experience in home improvements and the author of Contracting with the King. Join us this hour for our segment Invent America with your co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton. Discover what's next in the home improvement industry and explore new products and innovations. Or if you have that next great big idea, learn what it takes to bring your invention to the world as Michael King and Rita Crompton talk to America's inventors and innovators. Remember, the America of tomorrow is being invented today. We invite you to visit us at HomeTalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HomeTalkUSA.com. And now, we proudly present Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country, Home Talk USA, with your host, the Cajun contractor, Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
Hey, welcome America. That's right. I am the Cajun man from the Bayou Land, the originator, not the duplicator. Please don't accept no substitutions. Man, I was green before green was even cool, along with my co-host, the Inventor Lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. We want to welcome you to the show. We got a great hour for you. We're going to be talking to some inventors, some entrepreneurs, the people that actually develop the products for your home, get to talk to them. They like to discuss their journey, what it took to get that type of technology to the market. Me and Rita's going to be hopping that big bird next week. We're going to be covering the International Building Show / Hardware Show / the Kitchen and Bath. They combine all three shows together. But she's with me right now, my co-host, the Inventor Lady herself, Miss Rita Crompton. Hey, Rita.
Hey there, Michael. How are you today?
I'm doing great. Well, it's getting close. You know, we wait all year. Basically, me and you, we wait all year to for the trade show so we can go out and look at some technologies, some inventors, some products, new technology. It's an exciting time because Rita, the industry is changing. Products are changing. Distribution is changing. The rules are changing. Rita, everything is changing, man. I can't keep up with it.
I know. And it's crazy because we're already planning now for 2024. So when I get people, that say, well, I don't understand why I can't get my product in, stores and shows and even us, we're already looking at, what's going to be coming up in 2024. And we just started 2023. So, yeah, it is kind of down and dirty we're taking 25 inventors. So 25 new products to the hardware show this year. It's their chance to show off and gather information. And some of them will be taking orders. 2 of those folks will be on with us today, and then we'll get a chance to visit with several more when we're out there during the show.
Yeah, because you're going to have, inventors that's coming to the show might not have heard of the Inventor Lady and what you do, never maybe heard. I can't see they never heard of Home Talk. I mean,
I know, right?
We've been on air for 23 years on this network, the Genesis Communication Radio Network, but, they have inventors, they come up there and they have some ideas and they just don't know which direction to go. It's a very complicated procedure because you're not only, trying to, manufacturing your product, but man, it's got to start from the licensing product to the copyright product. Copyright. It's a journey, ain't it?
It's hard, and I get people that call me, and I've had people call me that want to be considered our experts on the show, and I'm thinking, but what you're doing is not an expert. You're a vulture.
Yeah.
And so it's, there are a lot of people out there that, it's a hard process to go through anyway. But when you've got to be careful of the scoundrels as well, we're trying to get out the message. It's like, okay, here's what you look for. Here's how you determine service providers. And these are the questions you want to ask, and to give them good information early on so they don't make the mistakes. And for a lot of our inventors, by the time they get to this point, marketing can be so expensive. And so going to a trade show is a better use of those precious dollars when you get to this point. And that's why, I always encourage an inventor to go, find the best professional trade show for your industry. And there's one for all of them.
Well, and also, I like to make the advice, too. I like to bring this out. Don't necessarily go if you maybe have the product that is, in a certain stage. But if I have an idea and I have a drawing, and maybe you want to just go to the show and check it out before you go through the process and start wasting money and wasting time, when you can talk to the Inventor Lady and say, hey, look, I'm in the early stage of this. I have it on a piece of paper right now, okay? Well, that's good. That's good. So,
it is. And I do have a lot of... Yeah, I've got a lot of people who've called and asked or sent me an email, can I meet you at the show? I'm in the early stages of this. And they're close enough that, maybe they could drive out, or they just want to look and see, the other kinds of products. So it's a very good idea to be able to get there. And for those folks that are just getting started, a lot of them who are going with us, they've got prototype and patent pending status, but they're going to look and gather now, how could they make the product better? What kind of price points do they have to hit? What kind of packaging do different stores want? So almost every stage you can learn a lot from other inventors that have gone through the process or are just beginning. There's always experts there, and there are some really good people at the show who are there to help. I mean, if you have the idea, look, that's what I want to tell you. If you're listening to this show right now and you have an idea and you just don't know, you don't have to have an established product to go to the trade show. You have to be a company. It's not open to the public, but the point is, it's open to inventors and future inventors. And look at all the educational seminars that's available at the trade show. They have seminars on this, how to bring your product to market, right? Am I correct? They do. No, you're absolutely correct. They certainly do.
Well, we're here to help, aren't Rita?
Yes, we are here to help. And, a lot of the stuff that is there, we talk about, we have experts on to answer the questions, inventors, some who made the mistakes, some who avoided the mistakes, and some who learned from the mistakes. And so, all of this all year long is to help inventors get through those steps. And then, kind of the big celebration, the big Super Bowl, no pun intended on that, for us is the National Hardware Show, because you're right, it kind of all comes together there.
Well, this year there's all three shows that are combining, which is good for us, because I remember over the years I'd have to go to three individual shows. The International Building Show, which is the big one for me, the Hardware Show, which is the big one for you, and the Kitchen and Bath Show, which is pretty much, an all-around show. But now they're combining all three shows together, which expense-wise makes sense for a company, a show like us, Rita. Well, hey, there's the music, Rita. We got to step away. Got to hear from some of our great sponsors. When we come back, we're going to have our first guest. I think it's going to be Mr. I think it's Alex Shane. No, excuse me. I'm looking at the wrong sheet. I'm looking at last week's show. What am I doing here?
The inventor is Jay Calhoun.
That's right, Mr. J. That's right. So stay tuned. We're going to be right back, right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network. I'm streaming live on the World Wide Web here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network at the Genesis Communication Radio Network. This is the Invent America Show right here with the Cajun contractor Michael King and Rita Crompton. Always support your local independent hardware stores and garden centers, and let's pledge to hire a vet today. And man, I apologize. My producer stuck last week's show in my notes, and I said, "Oh man, we almost was going to do last week's show," but we're going to come back with again. We're going to have Mr. Jay Calhoun with Finger Level is going to be our guest. So y'all stay tuned. I'll be right back. Yay!
USA with Michael King. Do you have questions about your next home improvement project or home repairs? Now you can chat with verified home repair and home improvement experts in just minutes. Get the help you need by visiting HometalkUSA.com. One of the best resources for home improvement information around today. Your best life begins with your best home, and there's no place like Home Talk. That's HometalkUSA.com. And now, back to Invent America from the #1 home improvement radio program in the country. Home Talk USA with your host, the Cajun contractor Michael King, and his co-host, the Inventor Lady, Rita Crompton.
All right, welcome back to the show. That's right. Don't forget, we are streaming live on the World Wide Web at the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. And if you want to catch our archive of the show, all you have to do is go to HometalkUSA.com. We do download our shows late Sunday night, where you can catch it 365, 24/7, 365. You can also go to the inventorlady.com and catch the show there also. Rita, we have our next guest, another person that's going to be at the trade show next week, right?
Yes, Guillermo Rivera is going to be at the show with us. He is and Guillermo, I'm going to let you talk about your product because you've got down the dynamic framer. Is that the name of your business or the name of your product?
Yeah, actually, the name of the business is Dynamic House. We've incorporated several do-it-yourself and home improvement products into the Dynamic House umbrella, and that first product in the line is the Dynamic Framer.
Excellent. All right. So that I was going to ask you, tell us a little bit more details about how you use your invention.
Yeah, well, the invention came about because my partner, my co-inventor, Hank Nick, is a residential remodeling contractor here in Northwest Indiana. Saw a need for his carpenters and some of his tradesmen who needed some assistance in laying out walls. So we came up with an idea to make it simple and error-proof for laying out a wall with a template. And as we started to talk about the template, we came up with an idea for making the connection, the toenail connection from the base plate to the stud with a jig. Then we started talking about, once we use the jig, how do we get the wall straight from top to bottom? So we came up with a level that's applied right to the stud that tells you when the top of the wall is straight and in line with the bottom of the frame. So what it's basically designed to do is to help do-it-yourselfers who aren't particularly advanced craftsmen or carpenters, help them build a wall without all of the measuring and attachment errors that usually happen.
All right. So if somebody goes to your website, and we'll give the website in a little bit here, or they're going to buy your product off a shelf, what exactly are they buying?
So they're buying a 3-piece kit. That includes a template, and there's enough of the template to make 8 feet of wall. So it's expandable, so you can expand it to any length of wall that you would like. It includes a jig that gives you the perfect angle for attaching the stud to the base plate. It basically gives you the alignment for the screws or the nails to attach the components of the wall. And the third piece of the kit is a leveler that shows you when it's straight from top to bottom.
Okay. So you are working with your product every day in your day job. So marketing is challenging. How do you go about marketing your product separate from selling your services in your day job?
Yeah, the marketing, like I said, is challenging. We've started to incorporate some videos via social media. We have our website up and running. We've done some customer outreach events here in Chicago, the Chicago and Northwest Indiana area, to kind of get some feedback from actual users who are giving us some of the ideas for improvement. Is okay, this works, this doesn't work. So we've gone through a couple of different phases of that to get to the place where we are and ready to sort of go to market. We're working with Purdue University Northwest here in Indiana, and they've helped us with some brand awareness here locally via one of the radio stations We've also participated in various pitch competitions, which has gotten us a lot of exposure. The marketing is challenging, but right now we're going through social media and trying to create sort of a little bit of groundswell and a little bit of buzz before we actually start our in-earnest marketing, I should say.
Well, excellent. And you'll be doing a lot of that in-earnest marketing at the National Hardware Show next week.
That's right. We're looking forward to that. I think that would be, in terms of exposure, probably the best avenue for us in an attempt to reach the audience that we're trying to reach.
Well, again, Rivera, you will be at the National Hardware Show next week. Now, again, who are you trying to meet with? Are you trying to meet with so you can license your deal? And but where are you at in the process? Also, right now, is your product ready to go? Where are you at in the process?
Yeah, we're essentially ready to go. We have a minimum viable prototype that's been completed. We've been negotiating with several local manufacturing companies here to start manufacturing in bulk. So right now we're looking for injection molding companies that are preferably local. We've had some conversations with manufacturers overseas as well. But at the moment we are close to starting mass production.
Wow. So it's been a journey, huh, my friend?
It's been a journey that's probably taken us 2 years from the initial idea to the point where we're at now. Like I said, we had a lot of help with Purdue University Northwest in developing the prototypes, but we've gone through marketing classes. We had to quickly learn about injection molding and the manufacturing process, how we get all of that from an idea into an actual product we can physically hold in our hands has been a journey, like I said.
Rivera, well, we wish you luck. We have to step away right now. There's the music. Me and Rita's got to pay some bills right now. But, Rita, how can we reach the dynamic framer?
Well, the website is listed on the Inventor Lady website, but his website is dynamicframer.com, so it's pretty straightforward. But there are several links that are on either the National Hardware Show or the Inventor Lady site as well.
All right, my buddy Rivera, thank you so much for being our guest, and we'll see you next week at the trade show.
I'll see you there.
Bye-bye.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break right here on the Home Improvement Broadcasting Network, streaming live on the Genesis Communication Radio Network at GCNlive.com. You're listening to Home Talk USA, the radio edition, the Invent America show right here on our network, talking about some great inventors, talking about the trade show next week. We're going to step away again, pay some bills. Don't forget to support your local independent hardware stores and garden centers. And let's pledge to hire a vet today. I'm the Cajun Man, along with my co-host, Miss Rita Crompton, the Inventor Lady. We're going to be right back. Yay!